Welcome to my channel, alright? Just hanging out here. The things I'm going to show you are going to make it to where you can get amazing volume, a timeless thing. Make any guest from any age, from very young to very old. That's the kind of thing, is that it looks good on everybody. But there are some tweaks that you can do to make it even more modern, a little bit more attractive to maybe a younger clientele. So stick around, I'm going to show you some really cool things. Number one, you're going to start off with a really good pre-dry. And a really good pre-dry starts drying the root by pushing the hair forward, back, up, down, every different direction. Without further ado, let's get right into it. About 90% dry. You can still feel a little bit of dampness in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and actually finish, really start that technique that is going to allow us to have that volume while maintaining like that wave. Longer lengths of hair, there's a couple things that happen. Number one, they lose volume really fast. And number two, the curl can fall out really quickly. And or number three, the hair gets oily super fast. What we're gonna do is we're going to do a technique, keep more of that volume longer. And the really cool thing is that this particular technique is something that I use in the salon all the time. So one of the things we're gonna start with is, no matter where your guest is gonna be parting their hair, whether they're gonna be parting their hair in the center, on the left, on the right, it doesn't really necessarily matter at all. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by taking like these mohawk sections, and these mohawk sections allow us to part it any direction. Take my two fingers right through here, and I'm going to wrap this around, and I'm not going to keep twisting that hair. I want to leave out about 6 inches. And the reason for that is that's what's going to keep that curl super modern. And I'll clip right on the inside, so I grab a little bit of hair from both directions. We're just gonna like let that sit and dangle, and then I'm gonna take my next section right behind that. Right now, you and me, I say, we'll finally get away. The nozzle on your blow dryer is used to control the airflow. That's basically it, just to control the airflow. So you put that in there, we're gonna wrap that around, I'm gonna let go, wrap that around, I'm gonna let go, wrap that around, and let go. If you watched my previous video, you're going to see how I talked a lot about clips. Talked a lot about the sharp clip and the single prong clip. These are really what I use these clips for. Now the sharp clip's a lot bigger, so it can hold a lot bigger of a section. If you haven't watched that video, I'm going to link that right here. You can check that out. Two things that make a blow dry look good: heat and tension. That's it. You get tension by what tools you use, and you can get tension with your fingers by pulling on your hair and the amount of heat that you have. Curling iron, blow dryer, that's where the heat comes from. So those two things right there is what can make it an amazing blow dry: heat, tension. Those ends out, okay, because I want that to be, I still want it to have a little like bend into it, but not like essentially like a curl. And then I want that meat of like that actual curl wave in that specific area. And so that's why I do it just like this. And the reason for blow drying it and then clipping everything is this allows these sections to cool down, cool down, cool down, and so on as I move throughout this style. We're going to take these out. We're going to start brushing this out. And I'm going to kind of show you how this looks. cool thing about this is that since you work with a round brush and then you set it after, you're almost just kind of setting in more of that wave and that curl. So you don't have to do a lot of work to it after, which, I mean, she could just shake this out, and or you could use a comb like this. Wider teeth, you know, again, you don't have to have this specific one, but the cool thing about this isn't gonna pull a lot of that wave and that curl through. Another really good thing to use is your hand. Your hands are your best tool that you have. Exploit that first, and then if you need to go in, then you can start using more of your other tools. As I was starting to kind of work it through, and I worked it through a little bit with my fingers, and then I started to kind of brush through it with a wide tooth comb, because I really wanted to soften up some of those sections. And I wanted to make it to where she has a nice amount of volume throughout the front, throughout the top, throughout the crown area, and then she has like a little bit more like width, kind of like through this area. And again, it's kind of like a modern blowout that's got a nice amount of volume to it, but it's super sexy. I'm not gonna go in and fix and make it all perfect. I kind of like it a little bit more disheveled and a little bit more kind of like windblown a little bit. So that's another thing, is really your aesthetic in your eye. Sometimes when hair is too perfect, it's just a little bit too perfect for me. I like hair that's a little bit more bedhead. I hope you guys really like, really what I've done today. You guys have any questions, any comments? You liked it, you hated it? Put them in the comments below. I'm gonna have all the tools I use in the description, so make sure and check that out. If you guys like this video, make sure and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting videos once a week, showing you guys really cool things. 25 years in the hair industry, I'm gonna be showing you from classic hairdressing, cutting, coloring tech, avant-garde, really cool things. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you back here. And again, thanks for watching. My name is Jake Thompson. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.